Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, on the ghetto, live your life. Anyway, y'all, I hope you all are doing well this morning. I am finished the gym, got my Wawa coffee, getting ready to pack. Going home. I leave at my flight leaves at 4:32. So I am heading on out. Um, can I say, you all, I have been viewing the lemon stuff and seeing what's going on. And I told you what the deal is with lemon. I said it. It's the people closest to you. And that's the rise and fall of YouTubers. Whenever you get the big head and think that you're the king or you're the queen, what's up, Christy? Then you always gonna have problems. And then no one can tell you anything. No one can, and all of a sudden you're out. And Lemon don't get it. And so I see things are happening to him. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens when you don't listen. And it seems like the millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha, I don't listen. You can't tell them nothing. So whatever happens, happens. I was really not very interested in it in the first place. And I said what I said. You don't have to sit there and view that man's channel 24/7 to know. It always happens. People don't know their history, so they tend to repeat it. When you get to the point where you're better than everybody else and you're so advanced and so superior and you make the most money and all of that stuff, it happens. Come up here, do your show, do a good show, get off the stage, take your costume off, go be with your family, friends until the show starts again. No one should be getting mental health because of YouTube. When that stuff like that occurs, I know you done been on too long. Or you letting these people get to you to the point where, did I miss my turn? I sure did. Did I miss it? No, I didn't. Yeah. So you're getting to the point where, these people are getting to you so badly that you got to check yourself in because you don't know the difference between I'm doing a show and putting your life on YouTube. When you start caring what other people think about your show, you in trouble because you're going to do everything to contort and conform to what those people want. When I come up here, I do what I want. If you don't want to hear about my trip, then click off, go somewhere else. I don't give two damns. I don't give two damns and a handshake. The beef sector is here to break you down. And if you don't have self esteem, if you don't know who you are, these people will take you out. And there's always an angle. There's always an angle. There's always, and it's okay to go with some things. But then after a while, you see some things and you move on. Let me give y'all a good example. I don't have a problem with Queen Tulsa, but I see how you move, and then you think somebody needs you on their platform to be popping? Oh, hell no. And that's when you got to say, okay, enough is enough. Let me move on. Because at the end of the day, I can do bad all by myself. At the end of the day, I see what you're doing because, again, you're an opportunist. And at any juncture, you don't care about nobody's channel. You don't care about anything. So, you say, okay, you can come on, but somebody got to pay to get up. Y'all, develop who you are. Now, I'm not here to be exciting this week because I'm on my damn vacation. We'll talk about that on Monday. But let me say this. If I, in the end, have zero people and I fade into the sunshine or the sunset, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But I'm not here to be getting major numbers and all of that. So that's what some people do. I'm here to get my coin. I'm here to do a job, and that's to entertain. And I'm here because I want to be here and I'm going to do my thing. Now, my thing today ain't about a lot of hoopla and a lot of rah rah. Ain't doing all of that. Let me see who came in. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't read because I'm actually getting to the house here. Let me see what y'all said. Some section no she will ever be period. Wait, yo. All thanks you looking. Okay, y'all. I was just reading. Okay, y'all. I guess the big news is Lemon taking stuff off his channel and all of this stuff. And okay, okay, there's a lesson to be learned. Don't let everybody on your platform. You can't tell everybody everything. But y'all put up these people. You all let these people do this. And to be honest, y'all, I don't care what happens to that young man's channel. I'm definitely not mad at him. He had a good run, but you learn that you don't need to tell everybody everything. You learn that you don't have to prove anything to anybody. Just come on and do what you do. People come into your life for two reasons: to help you or to hurt you. That's it. Two reasons: to help you or to hurt you. That's it. It's not always about popularity. Sometimes it's about consistency and perseverance. I would rather have 125 people in my chat every day than 3,000 people. But your channel's always been struck. People are always coming at you, and you can't have anything now. And the same people who have contempt for you, you always allow on your channel. But like I said, y'all, people have to live and learn. I don't run Lemon's platform. I'm not his manager. We can give commentary. We can talk about what we have observed. But at the end of the day, Not my concern. I am truly about my platform and doing what I need to do for it. That's it. I wish Lemon well. I hope he looks at what's going on and makes some changes. But that's up to Lemon. And yeah, that's up to Lemon. Let me say this too. The sad part is that a lot of people have hitched their wagon onto Lemon. A lot of people have abandoned their own platforms to build up his. And it reminds me of New Birth with Eddie Long. Eddie Long was the face of New Birth. Then New Birth went through that challenging time. Eddie Long died. A lot of people hitched their wagon on to New Birth. And when that church started going down, they had a lot invested in it. That's why, that's why um, Jamal Bryant is there now, because they couldn't get any preacher. They had to get somebody who was known, somebody who had a reputation. Giselle was that man's ex-wife. He had a reputation in Baltimore, enough gossip that people would want to go see, and it filled the seats. hmm And that's what you got to do. Good morning, Pastor Wilson. Did you see Lemon Live Reed purposely carried on something awful? Shake my head. He intentionally said trigger words and disturbing things. Well, Lemon let him on. Lemon let him on. Oh yeah, he's still putting those seats. And that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you just gotta get the right person. Lemon needs a reboot, to be honest. I mean, my opinion. And again, he runs his own platform. My opinion. Who has really served you? Who hasn't really served you? And Lemon Lemon has to realize that clicks and views are good, but not at the demise of your platform. Community guidelines are real. They're real. And until he realizes that, until he gets himself sobered up so he can really think, he's going to always have those problems. Everybody don't like you. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. You can mentor people and they'll turn on you in a heartbeat. It ain't nothing about emotion. It ain't nothing about feelings, nothing more than feelings. It ain't nothing about feelings. It's about I come on, I do my job, I do my job, and I see a job, I entertain, I click off, and I enjoy my life. And when you have made YouTube your everything, and when YouTube is your only means of income, when YouTube is, then you are a slave to YouTube. And YouTube is going to dictate to you what you're going to do. And y'all, I hate to say it, I do think Lemon could build back better because I think that the more people come after him, the more people want to support him. But the support is going to wane and stop when you continue to do the same thing over and over again, things that diminish your channel. Let me tell you something. You can be the baddest hairdresser in town, but you move too many places, along the way, you're going to lose clientele because people are going to stop looking to find out where you are. And I don't care how good you are. You got to get to a stable place where you can do stable things. But as long as you're dealing with unstable people, you're always going to be moving and doing this. I do believe that Lemon has a strong enough brand, whatever that is, to keep people. But people are going to get tired of moving, going to new places. Uh, what's the new platform's name? They'll get tired of that. And so, Lemon, what is the real problem now? It's time to do some real serious inventory and say, okay, what is the problem? Why is my channel going down? Who are the people that are really in my corner, and who are the people who are really against me? And how do I move forward? And that's what I have to say about that, you all. It's not rocket science. It's human nature. Baby, it's people who will boost you. Let me tell y'all something. As Issa Rae said, a simple bitch loves compliments. Issa Rae. A simple bitch love compliments. Baby, these people on YouTube will gas you up, have you thinking that you're the best thing since sliced bread. What's up, D Miss O? And they will talk about you in the end. Baby, you can mentor, help them. Baby, they will talk about you in the end. This is why you take emotions out of this and keep it business. And Ivan, you can't continue to do the same thing. It's just like getting the wrong answer for the FCAT or the STAR test, and you're gonna keep on missing that answer. But y'all, let Lemon do what Lemon does. And I'm going to sit back and watch. I'm going to sit back and observe. Now, I'm not a hater. And y'all know I've always said Lemon's doing his thing. Everybody ain't no hater because we talk about what's going on. We see what's going on. And Lemon, you're going to have to learn some lessons. And if you don't learn those lessons, people are going to continue to do what they do to you, and you're going to continue to lose channels. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I'm trying to figure something out. Okay, it's on. Hold on. I need to move up. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm so sorry. D Miss O. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I think D Miss O is in the background. I don't know why my internet is acting janky today. D Miss O, are you there? I'm gonna drop this link again. My internet is acting very janky today. I don't know why. Okay, let's see what happens. Um, okay, I think that's D Miss O. Let me put up. Hey, D Miss O, what's up?
Hey, Pastor, you back in town?
Mm-mm. I'm still in Florida. I'm leaving today around about 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Or have you enjoyed your trip?
Let me tell you something. This has been a really amazing trip. It was about family. It was about friends. It was about relaxation. A little shopping on the side. It was good. I really enjoyed myself, my family, and everything. So, people got to learn how to disengage sometime and enjoy people. And that's what I did. And I still made a good coin. Still made a good coin.
Yeah, you can take a couple of days off when you're consistent. You can take some time off and go on and do those things. So I'm glad that you had fun. I'm glad that you and Mark get to reunite and all that because I know it was your first holiday. But I'm glad to see that you had your family and friends. I
Yeah.
enjoyed my holiday as well.
Yeah, he had a good time though. He was with his cousin. He went to go see Cheryl Underwood, and
Oh,
Cheryl,
okay.
she actually spoke with them at the end. He was like, "She is so down to earth." I'm finding out that the female comedians are more, not all, but from our experience and observation, they're more apt to talk to the people, and they don't charge you for everything. Now, most of the men they charge you for a picture. They every little thing they nickel and dime you on. So he said he really enjoyed Cheryl Underwood. So I'm glad he did. So yeah, D Miss O, what is I've been seeing and listening with this Lemon Saga, and they said Rick Reed set him up, and all of this stuff going on. But I think that this is responsible on both sides. I think a lot of people are envious of Lemon. I am saying that. I think they're envious not because he's the smartest in the world, or they're envious because he is getting the numbers. And when you and I wouldn't say brag, but when you tell people I'm making good coin and all of this stuff, that triggers something into people, and it causes that. But then I blame Lemon because you got to protect your platform and stop giving people access to you who don't deserve access to you. And so that's my thing. But what do you think?
But he wants to be braggadocious, and I don't think Rick Reed in particular is jealous of Lemon at all. I think that they over there because Lemon has no control, and to see what they can do and see what happens. Because he'll say wild stuff, and then he forget these same people that you done said wild stuff to, and you thinking that the little whatever you doing is gonna make up for that. They still have that impression of you. I just think that he getting humbled and warnings, but it just keep getting worse because like he didn't have to lose this last channel, and I knew one more strike was going to do it. It's like the warnings don't matter; they just have to, something big has to happen.
All right, see, so everything is different. Yeah, I hate to say this, Demons. Oh, the only reason I'm talking about it because it's popular, but I don't do a whole lot of lemon talk. You know that
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
because I do think that there are other things in the sector or how the sector runs. There are other things to talk about. I truly believe that. But sometimes it's almost like a Trump situation. You got to talk about it because it's in the news, but you don't want to talk about it, but you have to because it's in the news. So yeah, I just think demons. Oh, we've seen it time and time again when people are the king of the sector or the queen of the sector and all of this stuff, and we see what happens to them. It never lasts.
Mm-hmm.
It never lasts. Like I told the people, I ain't the king of nothing. I'm not the prince of nothing. I'm just practical. I come to make my coin. I'm not trying to be the most popular. I'm just trying to be consistent in making my money. And that's it. That's it. And you notice that I don't give everybody access. Everybody don't have access. So that's
Well,
it.
you
So
can't.
no, no. Now a lot of people we're talking about Rico checking himself into a mental facility.
Uh-huh.
And I knew this already. I was happy that he was going to do something for himself. I think people are trying to make a book whoop out of it, but if somebody's going to get mental health, then I'm never going to make fun of that because that's what they probably need. And so some of these YouTubers really do need to get some mental health. They have addiction issues, they have some trauma that they have not dealt with. So I'm not going to I'm not going to make light or pick at Rico for making a decision to get himself together. Maybe this is going to be a turning point for him to do something different and to do something better. So anytime somebody's trying to help themselves, I'm never going to come at them. So what are your thoughts?
No, I mean I think it's good that you take accountability, and hopefully after this he could keep it a little bit to himself because when people watching, they clocking dates, times, and all of that. So I think they pressure MU, with her situation, and she even had a post that concerned me on her wall because she said that it's been almost 4 years, and it's hard, and then with like people poking and poking, it drives you to make a slip, and she hopes that we understand. We was like, no, you're not gonna make no slip. You're gonna reach out to the people that are in place to help you. But I think when you living through your addiction on this channel, on this now on this internet, it makes it harder.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't have any emotional attachment. I come on do my show. Um, if you're a new YouTuber, you need to have a focus. This is a show. These people are not your friends. If you do make a real friend on here, then you don't need to advertise that. You don't need to, hey, youngster, let everybody know that this is my friend. This is my friend. No, you don't need to do that. You just come on and do your show. And I think that has hurt a lot of people. Demons, oh, I'm telling you, you could seem like you are good with people and y'all have a good rapport, and baby, they will turn on you like a drop of a dime.
Don't I
And
know it?
and so my thing is you can't be emotionally attached to that because I think people try to befriend content creators or be nice to content creators or what have you so they can have that foothold. And as soon as you think, oh, we cool, they turn, and it will take people off to the point where they getting emotional. And I go back to the Rico situation. He was with King Roman, and King Roman, I guess, had paid for his storage and all of that. But baby, in the midst of getting ugly, people got ugly. King Roman disclosed, I paid just da 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 da. And again, that hurt Rico. Um, and Rico was like, well, I thought you was my dog. I thought you was my boy. And you calling. And Rico even tried to hold back because, he hadn't heard it. And then when he heard it, he snapped. And this is why I tell people, maybe you can't be friends with people on YouTube. People will do stuff for you and turn on you in a heartbeat. This is entertainment, people. Make sure you have real friends outside of YouTube. Make sure you have a real life outside of YouTube. Do not make YouTube your life. Do not make these people who sit on panels and stuff your real friends because, again, you don't know them and people will use you for content, and that's it. I like D Miss O, and I will never intentionally do anything to D Miss O to hurt D Miss O and so on and so forth. Now, I would be a lie if I said, if D Miss O said something that I wouldn't clap back. Now, that's a lie because I would. But my thing is, I don't go and intentionally do things to people or try to stir it up by turning on people. And I think that's what a lot of people get thrown off about because let me tell y'all something. I never did anything with Tulsa because sometimes you don't see things. But baby, I saw her on I don't know if it was Pizza's channel or somebody's channel. She just left this channel I think we just gave her a redirect. And baby, she was talking mad mess. Now, the thing is, I didn't take it personally, but it showed me again who Tulsa really is. And I'm like, you got to pay for my access. And then to think that you're going to turn it like, oh, you need me on that channel. No, no, people would try to pay you off. So, y'all, I'm just saying, you cannot be emotionally attached to people. People will flatter you. People will try to say, "Oh, we good, and this is what we do," and and I go along until you can't go along no more. And it's not because I'm intimidated or crushed by that. It's because you got to see what these people are about. And so, yeah, somebody said Rico checked himself in weird because he cut up Lemon live earlier. It was real bad. Well, maybe he just getting there now. So, yeah, Pastor Rico kept saying he met you when he was 17 in some part. Yeah, he keeps on saying that, y'all. Um, I don't know Rico. The first time I laid eyes on Rico was here on YouTube. Rico is lying. Uh, the story is changing. I have not been to Detroit since I moved to Texas. The only time I was in Detroit, I was in Ohio. I was with somebody. So, yeah, and I admit I went to the Woodwork, which is a club, but not a park. I, yeah. And I just think it's really interesting with him in that, but I'm going to give him that. If he wants that, I'm gonna give him that because obviously it's some infatuation somewhere, and maybe he wants that to happen. But I never met Rico, and I've never seen Rico, and I have never been to. I think he said Palmer Park. I've never been there. I've been to Prospect Park in Brooklyn because that's where they had Black Gay Pride. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you where I've been, but that place I haven't. But that's Rico. And he wants all the gay men to have wanted him or something. And I'm just it's just not me. So, all I'm gonna say is I'm glad that he is getting the mental help that he needs. And I hope that it helps him. And that's it. So that's it. I don't have a problem with Rico, but y'all, again, no, never met him. Um, Rico first said something. I'm like, well, you had to be in middle school hoeing. So was you in middle school hoeing? Y'all, it is what it is. I think it's funny, but no, no, never met him. Never been to Palmer Park. Maybe it was a doppelganger who looked like me. I don't know, but I've never been to Palmer. I've been to the Woodward, which is a club. And whenever let me say this too. Had to think about it. When I went to Detroit, it was always in the wintertime. Ain't nobody going to no park in the wintertime. So I don't know. But anyway, God bless his heart. Um, and let me tell y'all, and let me say this. I hope Rico does get help he needs. But at every turn, Rico tries to come for me because there's something in me that Rico doesn't like or relates to. And so there's always an attack. There's always an attack. Rico like older men. And I don't know. It's a correlation there. But I hope he gets what he needs. I hope he gets the help that he needs, where he's going, and that's all I can really say. Rico is angry. There's some things that's going on with him that he really needs to resolve within himself, and that's all I can really go on with that. So,
Well,
but
Pastor,
trust me,
anger can be blinding too, and it cannot make you see up like you said. It can make you not like see other stuff that may be in front of you or tackle those things first.
yeah. And let me say this, y'all. Let me say this. When you have a solid relationship and when somebody really loves you and you really love them and they will have your back, you don't trade that for uncertainty. You don't trade that for instability and unstableness. You don't do that. I'm not attracted to Rico. Really, no one on YouTube. Um, and I just find it amazing that people try to put you in that space that you thirsty and you want everybody to know. Absolutely not. Um, when I was single, I didn't really talk to younger guys because, and I'm talking about younger guys, because most of them had daddy issues. And I'm like, I need to be more of a mentor than trying to date these young guys. Because a lot of the older guys were trying to date these younger guys, and I guess it made them feel good. I never forget, I was in Ohio, and this young boy was trying to holler, but he wanted to hang around the old people. He wanted to hang all around the old people. And I pulled him aside. And this is true, y'all. I pulled him aside. I'm like, look at that table over there. You see those guys? They ain't doing shit. And they gonna cause you not to do shit. And it's almost like a club. They want to use you up till you ain't shit, and you'll be playing spades at noon, not going to work, because that's what they do. They don't want a relationship with you. They want your body. That's what they want. Period. You are a young man. Go get your education. You'll have plenty of time to date and do all of this. But as I told him, I said, what you see up there, you don't want. You don't want. It's heartache up there. It's regret up there. It's missed opportunities up there. And they'll pull you right on down in it, and they'll talk about you, and they'll pass you around, okay, like a piece of cheap jewelry. Get your education. And that's what I told them. That's what I told them. And so that's how I think I feel with Rico. I have demons. Oh, I don't have any empathy for him like I used to, because he really has an issue with me. And no matter what I do to assist him or try to help him, it's always going to be an attack on his end, because there's something with him that can't allow him to say, okay, maybe Jay is really trying to help. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always going to give him stable, unbiased, realistic advice. I think Rico really needs to get help. When you're not taking care of your physical, when you're going through financial instability, food insecurity sometimes, and mental and alcohol, it's a lot. So I'm just glad he's doing what he needs to do for himself. But yeah, baby, they got me as trying to get the young men's. No, I already got one, at least younger than I am. I already got one. But yeah, I'm not interested in anyone.
Why they think you're chasing young men when you've been in a relationship for so long? For one thing,
Baby, but it's I guess that's the thing that they do with older guys. Um, but yeah, like I said, I come on YouTube for the entertainment aspect of it, and I do try to at least give people sound solid advice. If they take it or not, that's up to them. But it was offered, and I never feel bad about doing it. Um, we are all flawed individuals. No one is perfect, and I always try to get that out. No one is perfect, but when you've lived a little life, you kind of see things. You kind of see where things are going. Some things are like textbook clockwork, And a lot of people don't get it, and they step into those situations where, had they listened to someone, they wouldn't be in that situation in the first place. So, but I think because when you are confident, when you're older, when you're consistent, people have problems. Let me tell y'all something. Lemon ain't the only one who got issues with these folk on YouTube. But when you're gonna fight everybody, when you're gonna respond to everything, then you're gonna get exhausted and emotionally drained. I ain't fighting with everybody. Some folk ain't worth the fight. Some people are like, baby, I'm gonna leave that alone. I know exactly what they're trying to do. And when you see it for what it is, you keep it moving. You keep it moving. I know my Thanksgiving commentary wasn't what a lot of people wanted, but it's what I wanted. Because baby, when you're in a peaceful state, you don't have time for all that rah rah. And the sad part about it is some people should have been with their family eating a little turkey and getting connected with family. And that's the problem. That's the problem. So hey, it is what it is. Barry, Norfolk State is doing what they can do. I still support my school. Thank God schools are not all about football games. I wish they would have won some games. They won in 10, but we'll see what they're gonna do with Vic. So maybe he'll get his staff. I think they'll give him another year. And if nothing happens, I think they're gonna get rid of him because he's very expensive. But he brought in that revenue. And them ticket sales have been up, even with a losing team. So you know how that is. Hey, real mama Fifi. But D Miss O, that's what I'm thinking. And y'all, let me say this. I got D Miss O on here. And she used to bug the hell out of me because of those people that she used to hang with. And let me say this. I didn't have a problem with D Miss O hanging with them. It was like she expected them to do something for her, and that's not what they're about. And so when D Miss O got it, D Miss O got it. And I think that D Miss O doing her court cases, taking a more active role in her platform, being a little bit more aggressive and standing her ground, I think she has come into her own. Because let me tell you all about these people. As long as you clicking on their platforms and doing stuff for them, they're good. But a lot of them don't want you to do anything on your own. They don't want you to stand on your own 2 feet. And they never want you to get too popular. Um, the same thing with this banner challenge. It ain't nothing scandalous about that banner challenge. It ain't nothing scammy about that banner challenge. The banner challenge is exactly what it is. I said that competitions are not lucrative. I do not like the profit margin. Y'all know Miss Regina came on and talked about the banners. I'm like, that's a great idea. But I said, I'm taking half. I'm taking half. Ain't nothing scary about that. I'm telling you exactly what I'm going to do. Because I'm here about profit. I'm not the United Way. I'm not the United Negro College Fund. I am not Goodwill. I'm not Meals on Wheels. I'm not Wounded Warrior. I am J. Wilson Inc. I come up for a profit. I am not a charitable organization. And I think that's where people want to put you. I'm not that. I'm not that. And so I set out the rules. And again, the winner takes all of their half. I got to split my half, but I'm still going to make a profit. Now, whoever wins this competition will take home a lot of money. Am I going to take home some money? You damn skippy I am. But what I'm trying to tell you all is people are upset because I can do it or I have done it and I was bold enough to do it, and it was profitable. It worked. So when I see somebody making money in doing this, And especially if I don't like them, I'm going to attack the situation. I'm going to call the people stupid. I'm going to say this person is scamming. And that's what they do. Does that bother me? Hell no. If I don't get another dime, the people have done enough. I don't think the people are stupid. I think the people say we like this entertainment. We like what you do. We like you. And we going to go ahead and give. And the more people start hating, the more people give. So I just think Demons that's the beast of the beef sector. And if you don't get it and if you don't catch it, you'll always be concerned about what these people think. I don't give a damn what these people think. You scamming and all that. Prove the scam. Prove the scam. Where the scam at? Where's the scam at? Where's the fraud? Where's the fraud? And he don't have a competition on the first. Well, yeah, that's the new year. And I'm gonna announce vacation on the first. Then Demons, I was still in the money when I was going shopping. Like, I don't have no job. I'm not like Lemon. YouTubers
They couldn't stand that. They can't stand that shopping pass. So and that pot
is in,
keep on growing.
yeah, every dime Demons is in that Cash App account. Not one dime has left that Cash App.
I know there are other means of payments. They accept quite a few. Ooh, Pastor, you had you a big boy this morning, a big coffee.
Girl, I went to the Wawa. I went to the gym and went to the Wawa.
Oh, okay.
Demons, you can't win for losing. Then you too skinny. Jay, you getting a little too skinny. I mean, folk ain't satisfied with nothing. But I'm good. I'm good. And see, you gotta be good with yourself. Because if you're not, these people, the whole thing of the beef sector is self-doubt. If I can take your little self-esteem and make you question yourself, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do. That's what they do. I got you. Now you got people who looking like Rasputia, but they want to talk about folk. You got people saying X, Y, Z. And I look at folk, you know, it's all about putting a label on someone and hoping that it sticks. And I just think that people fall for it. And I just laugh at it. Oh, you're so arrogant. No, I'm not arrogant. What you want me to be is a conformist. You want me to conform because you feel some kind of way. You don't like certain things. I don't mention certain things, but when you mention it, I know that it eats at you because I never mention it. You know, oh, you boring today. Oh, your channel is going down. The channel goes where it goes. It goes where it goes because this is not a career for me. It's a way to make a few ducats, some change, and move right the hell along. What's up, Michelle's daughter? So, what do you think, Demon Soul? What's going on? What do you think is the big story? Because Demon Soul, let me tell you something. There is really nothing big or
No.
nothing going on in the sector
Mm-mm.
except this lemon page thing, and then they say Roe is cutting up.
Yeah.
And I mean, now how's Roe cutting up? Because I haven't seen it.
Well, I wouldn't say cutting up. I think you probably would feel like he can express himself. If he feel like people are piling on top of him, he feel like people are coming to him different ways. He just put his foot down and just kind of went off.
Okay,
He
okay.
cussed
Now I
out.
heard
He
he,
cussed Nez out,
I,
but they made up.
okay, I heard that. And then somebody said, "See, you trying to stir the pot?" They made up. I'm like, okay, it don't matter to me. I ain't trying to stir nothing up, but I know that he was talking about her, and then the girls were saying that Brian is very sneaky. They said Brian was trying to get in, even though he got some feelings about Roe because he was going at Ness. You know, but he said that wasn't true. So okay, I'm like,
Mm.
all right, all right. But you know, I just think it's funny, and then like her thing is, oh, you trying to befriend Brian to get back at me. Girl, you're not that important. Niece, you're not that important. We rarely talk about your niece, but it is what it is. And I think that's what people want to. They want you to say their name and verbalize it. So yeah, it's no one in
Hmm.
Maryland. But Demons also, so Ro is really expressing himself. What else is going on? Like I said, I know that Brianna comes on sometimes. I haven't seen Pizarro in a good minute, so I don't really know what's going on over there.
Zara's
I guess.
already around. She goes over to different platforms a lot. She's at Lemons. She had me with my court show yesterday. Um she's around or whatever. But Rose mad at more than just the he's mad at the both vacations because they got mad because he said he liked more one vacation more than the other. So that was his own little section.
So which vacation did he like more?
Vegas.
I figured. I figured. I figured. Vegas was a little bit more. I hate to say it. I like Vegas more. It was a lot that was going on in Vegas. It was a lot that was going on in Vegas. You had different, but you know, let me tell you something. The Vegas one had they had they had co-hosts. They had co-actors. You know, visiting actors and actresses. You know, you
Hmm.
had Cam Queen 88. You had VS. You had MU. And her boyfriend back then. I mean, you had all of those things going on. Then you had Lemon Nest and all of that. It was a lot of characters, and you know, so when we saw Nescation, it was like, okay, it was all right. You know, it wasn't. It was like, okay. So he expressed that, and I guess that caused some issues.
Yeah, because they said that he was doing it trying to be messy. Then they said, well, he admitted himself that Lemon was feeling down about some stuff and he wanted to cheer him up. But he said he cheered him up with the facts. That is what's true. He said he likes to dance, he likes to keep it moving. I guess, he got to meet the new people. It was just more active things to do for him.
Hmm. Hmm. And people was ready for the party bus. That said, she had a party bus, girl. I'm like, okay, is it gonna be better than the Vegas party bus, baby?
Yeah.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I love it, but I just think that I do think Vegas was better. You know, all we saw at that other occasion was people sitting and eating, sitting, eating, eating, sitting. Then we're gonna go to a pumpkin sutra where you see all of these burly white women half naked. Girl, it's like, okay, all right. And I'm serious, y'all. I reached out to Ro and I reached out to Chocolate Bay. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And I think people were thinking that I was trying to sabotage it. No, I'm like, do something. Do some. This is giving very geriatric. I'm like, this is giving very Shady Pines. So yeah, it is what it is. Well, now that TMO is doing a case, she's gonna have to make sure there's partying daily, 24/7, in order to beat Vegas and be more fun for Raw.
No,
Let
I'm
me
not
say,
trying
let
to
me
beat
say this.
Vegas. That ain't this type of
Let me
party. I
let
ain't
me,
gonna beat a damn thing.
let me say this, y'all. There's a difference between organic and manufactured. When I met Ro, it was organic.
Hmm.
It was not manufactured. When we went to eat, we went to eat. We It was like Ro was a good friend, and we was talking. Everything was doing its thing. Baby, let me tell you something. Yeah, we rather see library vacation. Let me tell you something about library vacation. At least I had something that the people could hang on to. The everybody something to talk about. See what I'm saying? If nothing else, you remember that library. You're right.
Hmm.
Let me say this, baby. It wasn't no fear. Let me say this, New York Synergy. I wish a bitch would.
Mm.
I tell you what. Now I wanna get this New York Synergy man. This baby, there ain't no fear. Tracy was on that ship. Sean was on that ship. Everybody. If somebody wanted to whip my ass, they had plenty of space and opportunity. The library didn't have any locks on the door. I wish a bitch would. I don't know. I think people think that you can come and step to me any kind of way. No, hell no, you can't. If you think that I was stowed up in the library because I was scared of some folk, you need to get your head examined. I wish a bitch would on any day. I wish a bitch would.
Mm-hmm.
I I wrote. Let me, and this is the thing too, Demons. Oh, I went to Norfolk State homecoming. You know how many people who watch YouTube live in Virginia?
A lot.
Baby, I roamed that campus like it was mine. I wish a bitch would. I think y'all really got me fucked up in that situation that you think anybody can step to me like that, and I wish a bitch would. But the library was great. That's where we met, and at least you remember that. And if I was so afraid, then we wouldn't have Jaycation, which we will be having. But I love it because you all think that somebody is scared of somebody, which I think is funny to me. But to this New York Synergy, whatever person, I wish a bitch would. And that includes you.
Mm.
Okay. And that includes you. Okay, I got your library. But anyway, I just think it's funny. But at least we had that. The library was a big part. That's what, but it is what it is. I think it's funny. But I think demons, oh, do your cation like you want to do your cation. I think the biggest thing is that it was all people did was eat. It seemed like everything revolved around a restaurant, meeting, chit chatting, and then going to that Punk Sutra thing. And it was like, okay, but I will say that on vacation, we're going to be at locations. We're going to be doing a whole lot of things. I'm going to try really not to. What's up, Vivian? This is the problem. Last our first event, we had so much stuff planned that people were like, "Okay, wait a minute, it's a lot." So this vacation is going to be, really cool. Baby, you can't piss me off. New York Synergy, you content. When you a troll, I use you for content. It is no way that a hoe I don't even know that I have never met could get me upset. Now, you want me to be upset because that works for your gratification, but I'm not upset for what? Ho, I don't know you. I'm here to make my money. Moving right along. So we have a lot planned for Jaycation. So y'all come on and we're gonna do this. And I know Demons always gonna have a meet and greet, so that's gonna be good. And y'all, we really have some great, some good people coming. That's all I can say. I can't tell you who, I can't tell you where, but it's gonna be really good. Some people have already said, "Yep, we're gonna come wherever you're gonna be. We're gonna be." So now let me say this too. With me, I'm always trying to keep it affordable for everybody. It's going to be practical. I do not do all of that extravagant stuff. People do that, but I want everybody to be able to go to enjoy, no matter what your price point and your pockets are saying. I want you to be able to go, and that's my focus. And you can have fun without breaking the bank. And so, but we have a lot of events planned, and I think it's going to be really good. And the location is going to be great. I'm excited about that. It is so much to do, and so It's gonna be in a very large city. So it's not gonna be in no small town. It's gonna be in a very large city. hmm And it's gonna be interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So I ain't gonna say no more. So y'all take it at that, and that's what's gonna happen. So um, and there are gonna be some people who going. We are gonna have a great time. Will we have security? You damn skip it, because I don't put people's life at risk. And again, if something happens, we've done everything, and we provided security for the people because we don't play that stuff.
I think that's good, and I think that you moving on from the banner challenge and going right into Jaycation. The folks was like, they ain't another thing to raise money for, and I enjoy it. It's very entertaining, and I know everything gonna
But
go off.
you know, yeah, but the thing is, why aren't they doing it? And then no slight to Brianna, but then she was like, "Well, the man can do all of this, and the man can do this. Well, you can do it." And I'm like, "Prove your hypothesis right. If you think that's the case, then prove the hypothesis right." I just think that I don't ask people to do stuff. I don't ask people, I just do it. I don't wait for folk to do something. I do it. And I don't think these people, I don't know. I'm like, I do it. And then, I don't care what they say about Vivian. Vivian is a master organizer. Whether you like Vivian or not, maybe she is a master organizer. Vivian has shit together. And they can say what they want. You don't ever hear anybody complaining about any of our meet and greets. Ever. Chocolate Bay was at our meet and greet. We ain't complain at all. Because we do good meet and greets. And it's not about a lot of drama. Well, let me say, I will say when we were at the house, honey, baby, the girls they was throwing shade. Yes, yes, we throwing a shade at the people want. A little shade thrown. Yes, it's gonna be a little shade thrown. Because people want a lot of that. But Nestcation turned into Jaycation in Seattle because and see, Ness is so fixated on who her perceived enemy is at the time that she can't focus on her own stuff for always focusing on people. And that situation is the same. And it repeats itself over and over again because that's exactly what she did when she was doing that Halloween competition with Pizarro and Brianna. And that's all she talked about, unfortunately, at her Halloween. And I'm like, why are you talking about them? Focus on your costume, your Halloween. You talking about them. Oh, y'all, I wish y'all could have seen the back chat. I wish y'all could have seen that back chat. It was like, could you please focus? Could you please stop going over there and focus on your people that are here? And that's one reason why I left. I'm like, you so rude. People are taking time out of their schedule to come and make your event successful, and all you doing is going over there and watching Brianna and Pizza so you can talk about them and not focus on your shit. I'm like, here you are winning, but yet you acting defeated. Talking about that, get off of that. That back chat was lit, and then of course
I can
Kimmy was the only one
imagine.
who stayed. Kimmy was the only one who stayed because me and VS was gone. We was like, I ain't sticking around for this. I said, I ain't sticking around for this. Absolutely not. And we got our stuff and left because I thought it was rude. And after that, I don't care if she gave money out or not. I didn't want it. And if I'm turning down money, it's really bad because I'm like, people actually gave their time and their effort to come over here to help you, and you don't even have enough sense and courtesy to stick to your panel. And then when you gave Demetra lit all day the wrong amount. It was a mess. It was a mess. And Kimmy stayed. Thank God for Kimmy, because I wasn't gonna stay. And so I saw the same type of pattern with Nescation. And I think, and you know what's ironic, Demons O, is I was talking to Ness about Brianna. Now, fast forward, Brianna is talking to Ness about me. She Brianna said, "Fuck Jay Wilson." I'm like, "Come on, Brianna." Ooh, I like it
What?
when you
Y'all
talk.
y'all into it?
No, we're not. We're not
Oh,
into it.
okay.
But what she was saying is, what Brianna was saying is that it has become a Jay Wilson show because that's all you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about. And she was
Mm-hmm.
saying, focus on education. And she was pretty much saying, fuck Jay Wilson. I didn't take it personally. I knew exactly what
No.
she was saying. She was saying, screw him and focus on your shit.
Right.
But that was the same thing I was telling her during her Halloween competition. Now, I didn't
You
say
sure
fuck
did. You told
Brianna.
her to focus on her stuff and don't be worried about Brianna and Pizarro. Yep.
So, full circle. Full circle. And so, I don't hate Ness. And I don't think people really think I do. I don't. I think Ness is really, I don't, let me say this too. It seems like the people who have like major talent have demons that always prevent them from really going forward. It
Mm-hmm.
seems like the talented people always have something that keeps them back. Rita. Rita, now a lot of people didn't like Rita's humor. I thought Rita's humor was impeccable. But again, something personal happened and Rita got off track off of her show and her comedy into her real life, which should never cross. I felt the same way about Brian. Brian is still in there, but Brian was funny, still is. But emotions take you out.
Mm-hmm.
QB, when QB first came on my call in, baby, I knew QB had that it factor. He was funny, but you don't get wrapped up in alliances because it will always hold you back because you can't go on everybody's panel. You can't say anything about because you moving funny. So that is kind of a hindrance. You don't do that to yourself. So it seems like the people who are really funny naturally, they got that it factor. They always have some demon or something that holds them back. And what I have learned on YouTube, because let me say this, some of this is because the OGs had to learn. We had to learn. I would never bring my partner on YouTube and everything. I did. I won't do that no more. And I tell that's why I could tell Tommy and Castro, don't do it. Don't do it. Because again, I know how these people are. They did it. So a lot of things is for the benefit of people, but you have to separate your personal life from this entertainment apparatus. Entertainment must be entertainment. Keep your family, keep your friends, keep your business off of YouTube. Don't go to the doctor's office on YouTube. Don't go to see your lawyer on YouTube because you don't know how it's going to turn out. And if you put it on, people going to talk about it. And that's the truth. So that's my advice. That's my advice. It's some funny people on here, but they have let circumstances, people, things get to them. And again, in this beef sector, if I can get you psychologically, if I can break you down and talk about you and make you think that you are worthless or da da da, then I got you. I got you. Let me say this. I don't talk about Ness that much. When the defroster don't come on, girl, I'm gonna talk about that. When she got them jeans and wipe that little windshield off, baby, I was gonna talk about that. When she had that set it off outfit on, but I don't sit here 247 and talk about her. But again, it is what it is. People content, baby, I don't care about that. And see, this is what y'all get. Y'all get so emotional. Let me say this. Every month I pay for my mortgage. Ness name ain't on there. Nobody name ain't on there except mine. And see, that's what I'm concerned about. Is my AdSense check gonna look good? That's all I'm concerned about. Ooh, I know. Ooh, they dragged you for Phil. Okay, that's good. And hopefully they make some money off of that. But you can't drag me because I drive everywhere. You ain't drag. I mean, I understand what people saying, but that shit don't bother me. And that's what. Let me say this: when the shit bothers you, that's when you know that you need to step off because it's getting too much. Baby, when that shit bounces, okay, well, whatever. And it makes them more upset because you don't respond or you don't really get overly upset about what they have to say. Why should you? And if I want to respond to somebody, it's my decision to respond. Oh, you don't respond to them and da da da, because that's what they want. That's what y'all want. Some of y'all. One thing that not King James, but Saint James said that was really critical. And again, I don't have a problem with St. James. I don't know where that friction has come in. I guess I don't have a problem with St. James. I mean, really, I don't. But what he said a lot. The people that were with them, they didn't want to be on camera, but they wanted them to cam up and be messy. But yet they didn't want to be on camera. And see, that says a lot. A lot of people want things to happen, but they don't want to be on camera. They don't want to be in it. We want you to do it. We want you to be the sacrificial lamb, but we don't want to be on camera. And when people don't cam up, like I said, you can't say shit about me, and you don't even cam up. Ciao bye, ciao bye. What you think, D Miss O?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to judge when you're not putting no risk out for yourself and you're not holding yourself vulnerable and accountable. Then it's easy for people to judge the people that do. I mean, that's just basic math. So,
I'm gonna give Ness her props. At least she can't come on camera.
right, she does
At
do
least she
that.
come on camera. At least she gonna do that. I can give her that. You know, at least she come on camera.
I just
You
don't
got
think
these.
everybody's as non-bothered as they say they are. So, that's
Yeah, she come on camera. She do her thing. And that's it. Now, y'all, let me say this again. With that lemon situation, it's on both sides. I believe it's on both sides. I do think that at the end of the day, his brand, his platforms, and when you allow people, when you give people access to you that don't have your best interest at heart, then you're bound to be messed up. And I just think that that's what happens. So I wish him the best, and we'll see what happens. But if YouTube is his only gig, maybe they're trying to take you out. They're trying to take you out, and it seems like they're doing it. So yeah, they're gonna take you out. So hopefully everything works. Well, Demons, any last words? Because I'm gonna get on in here and start packing. I gotta get my stuff together. Any last words?
no. Just have you a safe flight.
I'm gonna come on when I'm driving to the airport. So I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna do my driving to the airport. So I'm gonna do that. It may look, it may be good, it may be bad. I don't know. I'm just gonna come on. I'm just gonna come on and just talk, and that's it. And if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to go, I understand. No hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, I'll be back
Um,
over for your drive, Pastor.
Thank you, and I want to thank Demons O for coming over. I hope Brian is doing his thing. Vivian said hello. Did you watch DMO Court Show last night? It was good. Cassie, I'm gonna go back and watch the replay. I didn't. I was asleep last night. I was so tired. It's been a lot of stuff at home that I've been doing, but I am gonna watch it. So yeah. Don't forget, Jaycation is coming up. So if you want to go to Jaycation, you all need to hit Vivian up at yes. Hold on for a minute. Yes, Picture Lady. Hold on for a minute. Yespicturelady at gmail.com. So if you want to go, hit Vivian up at yespicturelady at gmail.com. There it is right there. Thank you, Vivian. She is the usher with the most. Okay, where did it go, Vivian? Girl, where'd that thing go? There it is. Yespicturelady at gmail.com. Hit Vivian up. Vacation is going to happen. Um, and we're going to tell y'all where it's going to be at the beginning of the year in January. It'll give you enough time. We're thinking about having vacation, in the latter months. So we're not going to try to have it like right away. We're going to give you enough time to save some money and do what you got to do. But vacation is going to happen. We know the location already. And so we're excited about it. And so, yeah, come on to Jaycation, y'all. Come on to Jaycation. You'll enjoy it. Come on to Jaycation. Yes, thank you for the safe travel prayers. Thank you, y'all. So I've already done my pre-check. Done my pre-check already. Yeah, everything is good. And so we're gonna get on that plane and yeah, child Miss Frontier. Her no more. Miss Spirit, even though she's in bankruptcy right now,